that. Meow. Hello, welcome to Valentina's Corner. Welcome to my channel. I want to say thank you so much to everyone who has followed me, who has hit subscribe since day one. I am so grateful to you guys. For everyone around the world, whether you're here in the United States, whether you are in London, in England, Italy, Ghana, Nigeria, West Africa, North Africa, East Africa, South Africa, China, Asia, anywhere that you are and you support me, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I just started this YouTube journey and I didn't know where it would take me, but I am very pleased on where it's going because it's affecting people's lives positively, and that's really the reason why I'm bringing this out, and the reason why I am doing YouTube. It's really because I want to impact lives with whatever has worked for me that might work for you. So what is this video going to be? Anyway, check out this thing, guys. I love this. I saw one of my favorite YouTubers with something similar to this, not quite exactly like it, and I'm like, I am so in love with this. I'm gonna wear it for my video. And I'm definitely gonna wear it for New Year's because, hey, look, check this out. Check this out. Check me out. Anyway, what I'm about to talk about today. All right, so this is what happened to me and what's been happening and what keeps happening. So there is going to be another video that's going to talk a little bit more about what I'm about to say. But what I'm about to say is that as moms and as nurses, we want to look and hopefully find jobs that help us manage family and work without too much stress. There is going to be a video that will discuss about what types of jobs as registered nurses we can look for and hopefully find to hopefully help us find that balance that will not hurt our career progression so much, but at the same time help us with our career progression and also help us manage and balance our families, right? So with that in mind, because that's really what I've been still struggling to really fit in, but I've gotten better into finding things that help me out more in terms of work-life balance and stuff. But within that, and within looking for something like that, I've noticed a lot of job posts out there, and I'm not going to mention websites, but in many websites out there where there's jobs that are posted for, say, online care nurse, telehealth, independent nurse, case managers, remote, something remote. There are real legit nursing remote jobs, and I've done them and I do them. That's really where my field is I am a nurse case manager, and I've been working in case management for the last 5 years of my nursing career. That's mainly what my focus has been on, and I've done a lot of remote work in conjunction with being out on the field and caring for patients hands-on and stuff. I've done a lot of that, but I've noticed that, you know, there's been jobs out there that promote this is going to be a remote position, this is going to be an independent nurse case manager position, meaning that you take care of that. It's like your own business, let's say, but they send you referrals and stuff. So jobs like that do exist, but they're far few and in between, as in you have to know what the legit companies are that really do hire for that. And many times they're not so easy to get into because a lot of nurses out there are looking for those. So it is once in a while that you do get those job vacancies posted online, and they are legit, but most so than not, they're not legit. And the way I found out is I've applied in the past to numerous companies like that, and a lot of them will come back and ask me to reapply asking to numerous times, and then you'll message and nobody's messaging you back. But then there'll always be those same vacancies, the same vacancies, Like, and I'm like, I've applied for this for like, I don't know, maybe 30 times, and I've gotten jobs offers better than that, and I have not gotten a call, but I keep getting requests for me to apply. So it started ringing in my bell, like, are these companies real or are they fake? Are there people out there looking for people's information? And that's why they are posting these kinds of jobs online, because they know they'll attract a certain type of people. One experience that I had was when I observed online, this company was advertising that they were looking for a registered nurse, a registered nurse case manager, to be an independent nurse case manager. So you would have to have your own malpractice insurance, and then you would have to have, it's like a 1099. You have to file your own taxes and so on and so forth. So they're basically sending you patients as they get them. So I took advantage of this opportunity. I was like, I heard that in California, a lot of nurses do this independently, and they earn a pretty good amount of money from doing that. And at the same time, they have the flexibility of choosing which patients they take, and also more of a flexibility with their schedule. And I was at the point where that's what I needed. So I applied to this position. I got an email back, like the regular, let's interview you, so on and so forth. The interview that I had was very short. It was like less than 5 minutes with a lady, and she just asked me like my name, and not asked me my name, but she verified who I was, and then just kind of went quickly over through my resume, and then just let me know it's a 1099, but that I had to get my own malpractice insurance, and that they would link me to where I can buy that. So me thinking, okay, well, malpractice insurance, registered nurses don't really get that, because you're covered by wherever hospital or facility you work for. Because nurses, we don't make as much money as doctors, right? Where we can afford buying such things. So unless you choose to get your own malpractice insurance, most nurses don't have that. It's not really needed. But this company, because it would have been like something like my own business, required for nurses to get their own malpractice insurance, their own insurance, or liability insurance. So if something happens, you're covered. So directly I was sent to this link to where I could purchase it. So I'm like, okay, this is legit. I'm purchasing it. I paid $100 and something for a nurse liability malpractice insurance. And after I paid for this, I had not heard from this company again. I would email them and I would call them, but at the time I thought, okay, I buy this and then I am legit to work, so they will continue with whatever we started. Nothing. At the time, I didn't think that this could have been a scam, or this could have been like a way for a company to get money from a business that they started. But over time, I started thinking about that, because I would go back on the website, and I noticed that they will still be there. But then I would try to apply and I cannot apply again. Because some jobs you can, like most jobs, like you can apply again. But this one, like you would click apply and then it would just direct me somewhere else. I would try to get on the website and I wouldn't get the website anymore. Like it was just strange after some time. So I said, you know what, something is strange about this company. I don't know, maybe they went out of business or what and so on. But the malpractice insurance company side is still up there, So I'm saying this because I've noticed a lot of these things out there, and jobs that come and then don't come, and then they look kind of iffy. They look like everything that you want, but then it's either they never call or they call, get an interview from you, get you to buy something, or get you to look into something, or get you to get you to be exposed to something that you weren't exposed at before, so that maybe eventually you will buy it. I want you guys to be alert on these things, because they do happen, and it's happened to me, because the way I had worked with this one company so briefly for them to let me buy this thing, and then nothing ever happened, and then some other companies are out there advertising they're looking for this and this and this and that, this type of nurses, and then in like a month or two you don't even see their websites anymore. It's like, what happened to this company that was advertising they were looking for nurses for these kinds of jobs? So something clicked in my head that, you know what, a lot of these companies are fake. They're getting you to buy something that they're creating through your need of looking for something. I mean, people are out here trying to make money any type of way nowadays. And because there is a loophole on this, it's not illegal. Do you understand? It's very easy for me to say, let me create a home healthcare agency, a fake one, put it on a website, act like I'm looking for nurses, and ask these nurses to go on this website and buy these specific scrubs, because these are the scrubs that are going to be needed for you to use if you want to work with us. And I'm going to make the job look so great, like remote, you know, you can pick your own hours, you can do whatever, you know, like make it sound so great. And then of course every nurse, especially every mom nurse, is going to be attracted to this kind of career. And they're like, oh, that's all I have to do, buy scrubs for this. Oh, that's all I have to do. Is you quickly are going to go and buy whatever it is that this company is advertising that you need to get to work with them. And then you never hear from them again. Well, they made their money. And now you know about that website. So maybe you're not able to yet connect the pieces, because you're going to be thinking in your head like, oh, maybe I just wasn't cut for the position, right? Or maybe they just, yeah, like they never, or I don't know, they just, something happened, you know? You don't hear from them again, but you know about this website, right? If they made it look so good and it looks like they sell really cool stuff, you might refer it to someone else because you cannot make the connection yet. But if you're someone who's been looking, if you're someone who is really, like say someone like me who is coming out here to give you guys information, you're gonna start thinking about stuff like this, like, something is fishy, because not the first time. This is like the fourth and the fifth time you get directed to something else to buy something, and then that's it. You don't hear from them anymore. So this is to caution you that scams exist on job postings. They exist. Be very aware, be very vigilant on where you put your information. There are very legit websites out there for where you can look for work, but even within these legit websites, there are scammers, because the way they vet these companies on how they put out job postings, it's not really out there, right? I don't know if it is. Is it out there how they vet these companies first before putting their job postings out there? If there is, let me know, but I don't know that they have any specific requirements. Do they show if they have a tax ID? Do they show if they're registered companies? Do they show any of this stuff? I don't know. So just be very, very careful if you're applying, especially to unknown companies that look like they're just real fresh startups, you know. Do a little bit more research. I would say maybe do a couple phone calls, because of course you want to know, just like they don't know about the nurse they're hiring, you don't know about the company you're applying for, but they do a lot of digging to find that nurse, right? When they look at your resume, they call you, they ask you all these questions. So why not us try to make, and that's the change I'll be making within my job search, right, in the future, you know, and continuing is do a bit more investigation on the companies you're putting your information into, because they might be very fake and they may be out there for your information, you know. And nowadays they don't really need your social security number, you know, because a lot of companies don't ask that anymore until that you've been hired and so on and so forth. But they may not ask for that, but just the fact that you're giving your date of birth, where you live, you know, the details about your prior the way that, like, your work experience and stuff, it's enough to know. It's enough for when you call another company, say to buy something, and they ask where do you live and your date of birth. There you go. You see, it's enough for them to create something to look like they're you. So I would definitely say just make sure that you make a couple phone calls, maybe, you know, call the number on the on the website, you know, do some Google search about the company, really look into their about and their history. Google whatever names that you see on the website and see that they're legit, you know, and they have some type of trackable history in terms of employment. If you don't see anything, like even like on certain websites as far as reviews from employers, and it sucks because of course the startup companies, they don't have this, right? But even them, they know how to make that up to look legit. So, you know, if you don't see anything on Indeed as far as reviews or Glassdoor, I'm mentioning names, I'm not being sponsored, but that's what I've used in the past. If you don't see anything on those two sites, in terms of reviews, or even if you go on social media sites, you don't see anything, and it's just that one website, you know, that they have created, and there's really no trackable anything about them, be wary about it. I would say really make some real serious phone calls. Look up their address. If it's around where you live, actually drive there before you apply, because you just never know, you know, what people are out there for. You know, people are out here for money. They are sharks, you know, and this way, it's not legal. See what I'm saying? It's not illegal. I'm sorry. It's not illegal. You know, you create a website, you want people to buy, you're going to create an urgency, right? You're going to create an urgency like, oh, you want to work here? Oh, cool. But before you work here, we have a requirement. And that requirement is that you use this kind of stethoscope. You see what I'm saying? Now you're going to go on the site and you're going to buy that stethoscope. Tomorrow, you're going to feel like you're going to continue your process. Poof, they're gone. Be careful, y'all. Be careful. Be careful. Be very, very careful. All right, thank you so much for watching this channel today. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, write a little comment for me, hit like, and share this video if you find it helpful. If you have any more tips for me, let me know and write it down below. Thank you so much and take care. Bye bye. Ciao.